Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be doing another review here on Amazon, and I felt that this one needed to be addressed. I should just have a review play section of items that are just pure garbage, a pure garbage section for my YouTube channel for items that I get off Amazon that just reflect that they're not worth the money that they're selling them for. And this little gem here fills that category completely. I mean, if I could end the video right now and just say, do not buy, total garbage, you should believe me. But we're going to go over the little nuts and bolts of what I found that was totally wrong with this unit. And I've only owned it a couple weeks now. When I got it, the direction says fully charge it. So what I did is I put the charger, there's a little charging node there that you plug it into the wall. I charged it. It took 2 full days to charge it and never got to 100%. It stopped at 97%, 2 full days. So then I said, I'm going to use it. So what I ended up doing was putting a low LED light bulb in a bulb in a light fixture that plugs in, because this has AC where you can just plug in your AC, your normal plug, and there's a switch there. You'll see this red switch on the side there that allows you to turn those two plug-ins in. Now the first red flag for this problem is you cannot have the USB chargers working at the same time as you have the normal plugins, the AC plugins working. It's either or. But their picture on their site shows clearly that they've got multiple. What picture was that? It's got to be this one here. Oh yeah, it is this one here. Sorry. So it clearly shows, this picture shows that they've got items plugged into the AC adapter, and they've got items plugged into the USB adapter, but the system will not allow you to use both of those at the same time. It's one or the other, and that's it. So if you want to charge anything using USB, then you've got to do that, and you don't have the AC plugins available to you. It's one or the other. So this picture here is totally false. It gives you a false sense of what their product can do. The other big falsity of this product is their solar panel. That thing is a joke, because when I did use the unit and brought the charge down from the 97% when I used it for the day, I brought it down to 50%. Then the next day I said, oh, let's check out how the solar panel works. So I put it in the sun, direct sun the whole day, 9 hours of sun, and I got 8% back. 8% for a full day. So that was like almost 1% an hour. Then I find out that this thing's only a 5-watt solar panel. What's the point of even having it on there? They're trying to show you that you can use it for look at this. It will trickle 5-watt solar panel will trickle to give you your battery life for camping. What a complete joke that is, because it is not working correctly. It's not giving you enough charge. There is no way that you could go camping in the remote wilderness and hope that the sun is going to keep this thing charged, because it just won't. Because if it takes hours and hours and hours for this 5-watt solar panel to even give you a percent an hour, come on. And then when I brought it in the house and plugged it back in to try to get it full, at that point I think it was at maybe 60%. It took another full day plugged into the wall to get it back up to the 97%. So this thing takes forever to charge. The solar panel is worthless, basically. It's just, oh my goodness, it's nothing that, I guess if you were buying this for emergency purposes only, and you're going to charge it constantly to have it available for you when you absolutely need it, then this might be for you. But for 107, what was it, 170 bucks as this thing is? 160 bucks. You would think that you could charge this thing within 12, 14 hours, be able to utilize it every day if you wanted to, but that's not the case, because you're having to wait every other day just to charge the thing. And the solar panel don't work. It's just total garbage. Now, the other problem I had with it is, after utilizing only a few times, the indicator, which tells you the percentage of the battery, stopped working. Only one digit works. So right now it gives me an 8, and then it doesn't show anything over on the, so I charged it, and that 8 went to a 9, but the other number's gone. The other number's not showing up anymore. So the digital readout that tells you where your percentage is for your battery on my unit, the second digit stopped working. I mean, it's like, oh my goodness. So I reached out to the company and said, you know, what am I doing here? Well, what's going on here? Is this normal? Does it normally? And they came back and blamed me for not knowing how to use their product. I'm like, for the love of everything that is holy, this unit, you plug it in, you charge it, then you flip a switch to tell it what AC or USB or the jumper. I mean, it's, oh my gosh, do they think, I mean, a kid with Lego blocks could figure this thing out? And they're trying to tell me that I'm not using it right, that I didn't charge it long enough or whatnot. It's like, oh my goodness. So the baggage is on me. Well, needless to say, I reached out to Amazon, told them what I thought, what was going on. They said, just return it. And they just sent me a return label, which Amazon is really good about doing. But I have owned it, well, maybe 2.5 weeks. And they were like, no, just return it. It sounds like it's a faulty unit. Now, the other problem with the unit that I found was that the lights that they put on this system are useless, because when I did my project, I was doing it in the dark. This top light is 100% useless. It's bright to a level where its brightness goes in this direction, but doesn't go in this direction. And if you go to look back at the unit, it blinds you, but it's not giving you an appropriate light to work in. But when you look at it, it's bright as heck, because they've domed, how do I get back there? They domed the light. That white thing is the light, and it's domed. So when you look directly at it, it's like looking at the sun. But when you're not looking at it, it's not giving you any luminance to what you're doing. And if you want it to, you have to strategically, almost like a flashlight, where you have to aim it. So it's worthless if you've got to take this bulky thing and aim it just right to your work environment. To get the light to actually work for you. Now they got another light on this side of it, and this one suffers from the same problem. This is a focus light, so it's just a beam of light. So overall, the product is not designed well. It doesn't function well. For God's sakes, I didn't even try jumping a car with it. I probably would blow myself up with it. I mean, that's how squirrely I think the product is. I mean, I didn't even attempt it, because that was really what I wanted to get it for was jumping my tractors when the batteries get dead in the springtime. Instead of having to pull out an extension cord and just putting a charger on them, I'd just jump them with this thing. But oh no, this thing is in a box right now on its way back. Now it does have the compressor. That is useless too. I was using that to blow up. I got these alien blow up dolls for the haunted trail, and it took like 15 minutes to blow up one of these things. And I'm thinking to myself, this pump, this air pump in this thing would be useless for a car. You would be there 3 hours trying to get your pound, if your tire pound pressure was 35 PSI, you would be there for hours waiting for this thing to pump it up. Yes, you probably could do a bicycle. Well, what do they got here? They show you here on there. Okay. They're telling you can use this for a vehicle. No way in God's green earth is that happening with this unit. Bicycle, yes. Basketball, yes. Motorcycle, not going to happen. This is what I was blowing up. I was blowing up something similar to what you see here in the picture, but it was an alien. It should not take 15 to 20 minutes to blow up something as almost the same amount of, it just shouldn't. So what I ended up doing was going to my actual air compressor that I have here at the house. It's plugs into a cigarette lighter that I have in my truck, and that blew up the doll in 5 minutes, the alien. So my unit, which is a $9 pump that I keep in the truck, almost instantaneously blew up this alien, and this thing was like, oh my goodness, why am I waiting forever on this? It just, from beginning to end, this, and don't let them trick you on the price drop, because this thing isn't worth $8. This thing is just terrible. And let's just look at the ratings. I looked at the ratings when I bought the thing, and everybody was saying good things about it, but I guess I should have really pinpointed these 1%ers and read what these 1%ers or these 1-star people were saying, and they're right on the money. They're money, right on the money. These people have expressed the same lunacy that this guy, $150 flashlight. That's what it basically is. It's $150 flashlight. I would not suggest it. I would not recommend it. You would have to be out of your bloody mind to want to spend this kind of money for this cheap piece of plastic. All right, well, thank you for joining me, and this has been the Tarkus Zone.